Well, hello everybody. It's Wednesday afternoon, last day of April. Earlier this morning, I posted something that I worked on overnight, estimating where I thought first quarter GDP would be. And I put out there, I said it was going to be less than 0.5% annualized, and certainly came in below that. I should have given myself a 1% range from negative 0.5% to plus 0.5%. Came in at negative 0.27%, and it's all because of import activity. That's what really drove it. There was a dramatic increase in import activity. That was to be expected once it became clear that the new administration in Washington was going to move forward with a policy that embraced tariffs. So a lot of people were stocking up. A lot of companies across the globe were trying to bring stuff in, and that inventory is now here. It contributed to the gross domestic investment portion of it. That's why they net it out, because you don't want to count it twice, and you don't want to necessarily inflate where overall gross domestic product is. Ideally, some of those imports are then used to create additional product to the standpoint of manufacturing or other activities. Consumer spending continued to be strong in the first quarter, despite what we've seen with respect to sentiments and confidence. People are still spending, and that was also reflected in the income and outlays report for the first quarter that also came out today, that showed that, especially in March, we were spending more money than we were making, mainly to buy cars, so that we could take advantage of prices before the tariffs took into effect. So it's not a surprising number. Thankfully, it's not as bad as what some people, especially the Atlanta Fed, thought it was going to be. There will be adjustments at the end of May and at the end of June, and I'll be honest, I don't know what to expect for the second quarter. I definitely think that there could be some continued shock in the numbers that we see in this quarter, particularly if we start to see a negative trend with respect to employment or negative trends with respect to consumer spending. I don't know where it's going to be. I also mentioned that due to some of the cuts that we saw implemented in the administration's actions, primarily with respect to DOGE or things that are associated with DOGE, we saw that the federal government had a downward pressure on gross domestic product that was made up to a large extent by continued growth in spending at the state and local government side. And it'll be interesting to see how that trend continues here in the next couple of months. So it looks like the markets didn't react too badly to it. There was some selling at the beginning of the day, and then it kind of tapered off, and the indices that I saw right before 4 o'clock seemed to be at least moving in the right direction, even though they were going to take some losses overall for the day. I think overall it was not as bad as what people expected. Still not where anybody wants to be. For now, given that it's only one quarter, it does not mean that we are in a recession, even though it'll likely encourage some people to think that we are, especially if they are concerned about the direction of policy that's being taken by the administration now. So just wanted to share that with you, and hope everybody is having a good day and has a good rest of the week. Take care.